Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. We have a special guest today. Can you introduce yourself, please?
My name is Sean McNamara, and I'm the director of Spare Parts.
Thank you for being here. So, can you give me a little bit, just a little bit idea how you decide to be part of that movie?
Well, there was a Wired magazine article called Wired, and it was called La Vida Robot. That was the name of the actual article. And a script was written by Alessa Metsueda, who's here today, and it was just so wonderful. I couldn't believe it. About four Hispanic boys from this town right here, and Freddie was their robotics coach. And when I read the script, I said, this is the type of inspirational movies that I like to do, like Soul Surfer and Miracle Season. And this is my favorite movie.
Well, um, I'm very happy that you're here. I hear that you kind of hard because you're not from here. So, but very welcome. And tell me a little bit more. What is the challenge that you have it in that movie?
Well, the challenge was we had to remake everything. We had to remake all the underwater robotic equipment. So you know what we did? We used the boys who built it in real life, and they built like 20 or 30. They built the MIT version, they built their own version, and it was fantastic. So the challenge was, how are we going to get it done? We went to Freddie, and he said, I'll take care of everything.
Wow. I'm very, very, very happy and very thankful because I'm a Latina too. Believe it or not, I'm from Mexico.
Yes.
So I'm very, very thankful and grateful that, a person like you decide to bring alive a story like the one that we have it.
Well, I was blessed to get the script to tell this story, so I'm very happy to have told the story of Spare Parts.
So after so many years, because this is not a new movie, right?
Yeah,
After
we made it about 10 years ago.
10 years
Yeah.
ago, after so many years, what are the things that you see, different between 10 years ago and now?
Well, I mean, the story's about the dreamers and these boys who wanted so much to be an American and just fight to stay in this country. And even one of them wanted to join the U.S. Army and couldn't. So I just feel like the politics of what has gone on has changed dramatically since, 2014, 2015, when the movie came out. But I think it, in some ways, has gotten worse, in some ways, gotten better. But it is the story of people who are passionate to do something. It's inspirational, and if you put your mind on something and really fight hard, anything is possible.
Very good. What do you say to the young generation? Um, what is the things that you can say to inspire, our young generation?
Well, no matter what it is, for me it's filmmaking, for them it might be robotics. Just do it. There's no reason not to. I was just talking to Freddie earlier, and he was saying that no matter what school you can go to their school and you can get into robotics. Follow your dream, follow your passion, just any way you can, and you're going to be all right.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that you're here with us.
Oh, thank you, Betty.
So
So great to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
All right.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias por estar aquí con nosotros.
Muchas gracias. Mi hermana es un profesor de español, yo un poquito.
No te preocupes, no te preocupes. Mira, yo con el inglés y tú con el español. Está bien, no te
Muy
preocupes.
bien, muy bien.
¿Qué le dirías tú a la nueva generación para que se inspiraran en base a esta película? What do you say to the new generation to inspire in base to this movie?
Es muy importante to go to escuela. It's very important. But, follow your passion. Follow anything that you got to do, follow that passion, and it will pay off. It doesn't happen overnight, but if you love something, and you got to love it, it's hard work, but you can do anything you want and do something you love. Don't do something because you have to do it. Find something you love. You won't make a lot of money at first, but eventually you will if you stick with it.
So dice que sigan su pasión, que trabajen duro y que sobre todo hagan algo que les guste, algo que les emocione, porque de ahí viene mucha inspiración y vienen muchos nuevos, gente que aprende de diferentes maneras. So what else I can say to you? I know you're not from
I'm not fluent, no.
you're from California, right?
Yo vivo
Eres de
en
California.
Playa del Rey, California.
Vive en la playa del Rey. ¡Ay!
Right.
Y no, qué rico estar en la playa. Pero te agradecemos mucho que estés aquí con nosotros, de verdad. Thank you for being here with us. We really appreciate you. And we want to welcome to our special guest. So, can you please introduce yourself?
My name's Alyssa Matsueda, and I'm the writer of Spare Parts.
So, let me asking you this: when you write the script, what are the things that you, what is the challenge that you encounter?
What I really wanted to do, I really wanted to honor this story because when I first read the article in Wired magazine, it was so emotionally affecting and it was such a great underdog story. And I just wanted to do justice to this story and really show, what these kids had to overcome and what they were able to accomplish and really, like I said, just honor their achievement.
So, you speak Spanish?
I do not.
So, I'm sure you know that those four kids, they Latinos, right? So, what are the things that you encounter? Because when you trying to say something in English and Spanish to do the English, what are the things they kind of say? No, no, that's not what I say. I say this.
Yeah. Well, so the first thing that I did when I was hired to write this project was to do a lot of research. So I came out here and I met all the real life people and really went into their homes and they were so lovely to welcome me in their homes and to explain to me all the things that they went through and then once I wrote the script, then it became okay, let's see if there were any of the little things. We had producers who spoke Spanish and we had a lot of consultants who could say, oh, this might be worded a little differently here, or we can change this little thing here. So it was really a joint effort in that way.
I'm glad to hear that. So, what did you say to our new generation? What can encourage you, kind of give it to a new generation? Like, for example, there's four kids, they work hard, but what is the thing that you can say to a young generation?
I mean, I think the message of this movie is that to never give up and to believe in yourself and believe that you are capable of things that you don't even think you might be capable of. So that's really what I hoped people would take away from the movie.
It's very interesting because the organization, Mr. Lombardi, as far as the name is Si Se Puede, mean you can do it. So
I love that.
I know that. So this is the first time you're here in Chandler.
It is, yeah. I mean, like I said, I came to Phoenix to do research years ago when I was first writing the script. But this is, I think, my first time in Chandler. Yeah.
Well, we really thank you that you be here with us. I really appreciate. I know, it's Sunday, and just want to say thank you that you make a little time, in room for us.
Of course. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
So you say you don't speak Spanish, right? Oh, okay, okay, sounds good. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Nos encontramos con una bella maestra que viene también a ser partícipe de esta presentación, ¿verdad? ¿Tu nombre?
Mi nombre es Guadalupe Mesa y soy maestra de high school, de Trevor Brown High School en el distrito de Phoenix.
Oye, ¿y qué te trajo a hacer esta visita aquí con nosotros este día?
Bueno, primeramente, gracias por hacer esto y compartir este gran evento. Para mí es bien importante porque yo soy maestra y yo enseño esta película desde que salió en la pantalla grande. Entonces, mis estudiantes aprenden. Fue una gran historia que sirve como modelo a seguir para ellos, que los sueños no tienen límites, solamente tienen que creer. Y aquí estoy, pues, para ser parte de este gran evento que es historia.
¿Te imaginaste en algún momento poder estar participando con el director, con el maestro original de la historia?
La verdad, no, ahorita también conocí a la persona que escribió el libreto de la película y pues para mí fue una gran satisfacción porque yo solamente venía a ver qué es lo que iba a hacer y ahora hasta entrevistada salí, así que qué honor y qué bendecida.
¿Ya viste los robots o no los has visto?
Sí, de hecho los vi con el señor Freddy, nos estaba explicando a mi hijo y a mi hermana, así que sí, ya los vimos y están súper padres.
Qué bonito, ¿verdad? Que se hagan estos tipos de eventos para que podamos participar y ahorita después de la primera función va a haber una de preguntas y respuestas con el director, con el maestro, creo que también viene un alumno, entonces qué bonito, mucha gente se está acercando y vas a poder llevar esta experiencia con tus alumnos también.
Sí, eso es lo que más me llena a mí como pedagoga, que yo pueda poder compartir esa experiencia y no decir solamente aquí está la película, sino que también estoy formando parte de esto y poder haber conocido quién la escribió, quién la produjo y pues el profesor que tuvo este sueño para los estudiantes. Gracias.
¿qué mensaje le darías a tus alumnos o los chicos que no saben, estás en la high school, dices, ¿verdad, maestra de high school? ¿Qué mensaje le das a los alumnos que no saben qué hacer de ahora en adelante?
Bueno, simplemente les quiero decir que nunca dejen de soñar en lo que ellos quieran, que siempre crean en ellos mismos, porque nadie más puede hacerlo por ellos mismos. Ellos tienen que creérsela primero, que son capaces ahorita en la generación en la que estamos, que pueden hacer absolutamente todo y que ellos se la tienen que creer, porque nosotros no podemos hacerlo todo para ellos. Y yo sé que vienen grandes cosas para todos nuestros adolescentes, que yo tengo uno y yo sé que tengo fe que va a hacer cosas grandes.
Así es, pues muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros y ahorita pues te invitamos a que pases, aunque ya la viste muchas veces, ahora para que pases a verla en la pantalla grande.
Sí, muchísimas gracias y claro, estoy muy, muy, muy contenta que voy a ser pues parte de este evento.
Thank you for being here. We're really happy to have Chandler um, do the celebration for the Latino community and together with the Syria Chandler and Chandler Film Festival. So today we have a special guest. So can you please let us know what is your name?
My name is Farid Odin Freddy Lajavardi.
Freddy, where are you from?
Originally, I was born in Tehran, Iran, but I've been raised in Phoenix, Arizona since I was about in 4th grade. So I've been here pretty much all that time.
Okay. So how you met those four kids and how the story come out of that?
So I was a teacher at Carl Hayden High School, and we basically tried to get a group of kids to compete in this underwater competition that we'd never been in before. We built robots on land, but the idea of going in the water was kind of crazy. So we were looking for 4 kids, and 2 of them were in my marine science class, and I gave them the option. They can do the regular coursework, or they can help build an underwater robot. So Oscar and Luis volunteered to do that. Lorenzo and Christian were on the robotics team building, land-based robots, and they decided to jump in. So that's how we got the 4 kids. Now, the interesting thing is we had a choice to sign up for a college level competition or a high school level competition. And we decided that we want to go there to learn, and to learn, we're going to fail. So where can we fail faster? We thought that we could fail faster and more at the college level to come back with a lot of information so we can do better the next year. So we chose to go into the college competition, and little did we know that we would win. So that was exciting.
Wow. So let me asking you this. What is the difference between, this is almost 10 years, right? They do the movie. But what do you see the difference between then and now with our young generation in the robotic area?
I think the movie actually is more relevant now than it was when we made the movie. One of the things I like to cite is, just to give you an example of why it's important, especially in Arizona, and why the Hispanic culture can be a part of it, is that in Michigan, there are 700 high school teams, and they have a population of about 7 million people. Arizona, I think, has about 5 million people, and we only have 40 high school teams. So we are behind different parts of the country of same population. And that opportunity for people to work in the 21st century workforce is open to anybody, as you can see in the movie. And anybody can be successful. So it's very important, especially in Arizona with a large Hispanic population, to see that this is something that can be a reality, and they should take this as an opportunity to go into the STEM fields.
I know you working now. You part of the organization, and the name is Si se puede, means we can do it,
Yes,
right?
we can. Yes.
Yes, we can. So what is the vision for that now that you there?
So the Si Se Puede Foundation's mission is to bridge the STEM divide in underserved populations in our community. So in one case, we have an underwater robotics team for an all-women's team, because in engineering, women are an underserved population. And then for our high school team, we basically exist for high schools that don't have a robotics team. So on our high school team, we have 10 different high schools represented at our STEM center. So we're open to places that if the kids don't have a program, they can come and be a part of our program, so they can have those opportunities of being part of that new 21st century workforce. The other point that we exist is to help high schools form their own robotics teams, so that there's more of these kinds of schools or programs in the schools throughout the state. So we're there for multiple reasons. But the biggest thing is to give people who don't have access to this kind of technology access to it.
So let me asking you this because I read a little bit about your bio. So what did they, for you personally, how did you connected with the Latino community?
So, being at Carl Hayden High School, the majority of the school, like 90%, was Hispanic.
Okay.
So that's first. Second, I'm married. My wife is 3/4 Hispanic, 1/4 Japanese, and so there's a little bit. I'm in the culture to some degree, and just being an immigrant myself, being Iranian, I can relate to what it's like to be seen as someone who's come from outside the country. And so one of the things that I had to try to teach the kids, because I learned myself, is that you can control what happens to you in this world, that you can't let other people decide whether you can or cannot be successful. And it's true that you may have more obstacles against you, but it's still your choice if you decide to take on those challenges and overcome those obstacles or not. Once the kids understand that they are in control of their destiny, they are able to be successful. And I think that's the biggest message to take away from this.
You know, I really appreciate because you're right. Our new generation is like what to do, right? And I know in the future, the main thing is everything is in the technology area is going to be our future. Now we have it, the cars, we know drivers. So, and sometimes the kids thinking, well, maybe it's not for me because I'm not quite sure si I'm going to be that smart to be in that area. What do you say to those kids?
I say, first of all, in the future, human beings have to find their place. And in the world where computers are going to do more and more things and AI is going to do more and more, the thing that makes human beings stand out is the things that make you human, being creative and solving problems. So if they can focus, whether it's in art, whether it's in cooking, whether it's in teaching, emphasize those two parts of your career and you will stay relevant. Because at least for the time being, a computer can't do those kind of things, and neither can AI. AI is a form of imitation of intelligence. It's not pure intelligence, but it's approaching that. But it still can't think as creatively as a human being can. So while we still have the ability to contribute, focus on what makes you human and put that in your field. It won't be unusual in the future to say, hey, let's go to that restaurant where people still cook food.
You're exactly right. You know, in fact, right now, you go to some of the restaurants and you have the waiters to come and it's a robotic,
Yes.
right, to bring
Yes.
you food. And I went to Paris not too long ago, like a couple of months, and everything is in, you have to dial the computer, every kiosk. It's, si we don't get to the point that we need to just reach that level, and especially with our young generation, it's important for us to do that.
It's another shift in uh, the life of the civilization. It used to be industrialization pushed a lot of people off the farms and into the service sector. Now the service sector is being replaced by AI and machines. So where do humans go? Again, it's what I said. Focus on what makes you human, being able to solve problems and being creative. Then you will find a way to stay in the field you like.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate. I know they asking us to do in Spanish, but
Unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish, but
and that's very interesting. I mean, you do such a great and amazing thing with those four Latino kids, and you don't speak Spanish.
no, it's I guess evidence that language is not something that that can be a barrier. Those can be overcome by your humanity. If they see that you're honest and you're really caring and you want to try to do something, I think people appreciate that. And again, that focus on what makes you human.
Well, I really appreciate that you be here with us, celebrating the Spanish heritage for the city of Chandler, together with the Chandler International Film Filming, and I really, really appreciate you.
Well, thank you very much. It's been fun coming here.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. We here celebrating the Spanish heritage together with the city of Chandler and the Chandler International Film Festival. So we have a special guest here. So can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, thank you so much for joining me here, Betty. I'm a Rowdy C. Combat. I'm a company is CSU Films.
I'm Joko Casanova. I'm a owner of Casanova Films, Casanova Records. I'm an engineer, audio engineer.
Thank you very much for being here with us. So this film is more about trying to encourage our new generation in the robotic area. So what do you say? I know you are a filmmaker, you in audio. What do you say to our new generation to encourage them to be part of the, you know, events or things like this that we're doing?
Well, the first thing is don't be afraid to challenge. Don't be afraid to challenge you, and doesn't matter if you have the money or not. Just try to do it, because in the future, in the way you don't have idea who you can find it in your way. So then you can find some people can help you and support you, and in the future get a more idea for the projects.
Thank you. I really appreciate because I know we Latinos, we come from different countries, and to be in this country, and this country give it to us so many or so much possibilities to make our dreams, right? So I know this movie is about for kids, Latinos,
Yes.
and they really make the dream true.
Exactly.
So I know most of the Latinos we have a little bit trouble sometimes, but it's interesting how no matter what we're going to be do it.
Exactly.
So I'm glad. I mean, I'm happy you say don't be afraid, and that's true. Never too late to do something, and never too early to try to do something.
Yeah.
So, but besides that, I know you're from Cuba,
I'm from Cuba. Yes, I'm from Cuba.
so I'm sure
We are
you
from
know.
Cuba, right? Usually.
Okay, so I know you guys have it. You know what does that mean to be underdog, right?
Yes.
In the low level.
Yeah, in the
right?
low level.
So for those kids, they still in that area. What you can say to them?
Where usually when we are in our country that we don't have nothing in the future, and then we have future for to do nothing like that, and we got right now here in US, you got projection, education, opportunities. Remember where you coming from, and now you have more things to do. Doesn't matter where you are. Right now, this United States have too much opportunity in your project, and these kids has amazing projection in this class where they was super successful in the education, and now I have to say congratulations because that we made it. Because this one was coming through because this story is true and it's coming for here Arizona.
Well, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
for
being
sure.
here with
Thank
us.
you.
We really appreciate you, and well, we can continue. Just remember, we celebrating the Heritage Spanish Month. So thank you so much.